art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item C, approval of minutes. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved for the March 18th, 2019 council meeting. They will be approved. Citizens communications, is there anyone that needs to speak on something that is not already on the agenda? Okay. Item E, reports from council committees, Finance and Budget Committee.
Finance and Budget Committee met on March 25th, 2019, recommended council approve the first quarter budget adjustments.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Safety Human Resource Committee met on March 25th, 2019, recommended council approve that current employees and spouses covered under the City of Napoleon's Borma benefit plan that do not have their annual wellness checks completed by November 30th of 2019 will be assessed a $50 monthly surcharge to their health insurance premium. And I believe that is on the agenda for later this evening. And Technology Committee did not meet tonight due to lack of agenda items. Okay, we will move on to Section G, which is introductions of new ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance number 025-19, an ordinance approving a certain agricultural district located in the city of Napoleon, Ohio, at the location of Appian Avenue, as applied for by H&H Farmlands LTC, and declaring an emergency. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Joel?
Thank you, Council President Pro Tem. As we just had our public hearing on this particular subject, this is to approve of the placement of this land off of Appian Avenue, which is off of Beckham Street, into an ag district. So as you can see on the map, this is the property outlined in blue. The applications come in through the county auditor's office, and as part of the statute is required to have city council approval. And I don't believe that suspension is requested or needed in this case unless somebody says otherwise. So,
Okay, any comments, questions? Okay, Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis?
yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Trustee?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Okay. That is first read. Moving on, resolution number 026-19, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute any and all documents necessary to apply for, accept, and enter into an Ohio Environmental Protection Agency, OEPA, Division of Environmental and Financial Assistance, DEFA, Water Pollution Control Loan Fund, WPCLF, agreement on behalf of the City of Napoleon, Ohio, for planning, design, and/or construction of the Van Huynen Pumping Station replacement project, and designing a designating a dedicated repayment source for the loan and declaring an emergency. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second.
Thank
Mr.
you.
City Manager.
Yep. This is to allow us to apply to DEFA for the funding to complete this project, which is the replacement of the Van Huynen pump station The Van Heining Pump Station, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, is roughly 40 years old?
Yes.
It's about 40 years old, and is at the end of its useful life and in need of repairs. And actually, I've actually been inside of the pump station myself and saw where there's some water leaking in, and there's a couple of issues. The pumps are older, and as things age, they need to be replaced. And this project is actually one of the projects, as we discuss our long-term control plan with the Ohio EPA, of actually keeping this in the long-term control plan as we work towards getting modifications done to it. So pump stations have to work, or it doesn't move the sewage to the wastewater treatment plant. So it's a necessary function of the wastewater collection system. So seeking approval. It does have suspension requested, but that's more of a, in terms of necessity, it's not necessary, but it at least keeps the project moving along. So leave it at the discretion of council if they want to approve it or not, or if you're okay with approving first read.
Is there a motion for suspension?
So move.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll on suspension.
Travis,
Yes.
Stefan,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Did we ask why? Is there, what the reason is for suspension? Did I miss that part?
Yeah, just
Make it go faster.
really just to keep the project going along so we can get the application in, so we don't lose any timing. It's just, it doesn't, Chad, I don't know if you can explain on the timing of the project, but
If it's not suspended, it won't hinder the project, but if we get suspended, the sooner we get that in, the sooner we can make our application. Right now, the design will be funded by in-house funds. Once we get this in place, then we'll be able to get that money rolled back to the city. It could save us some time, and it would help with housekeeping.
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes?
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll on the resolution.
Travis,
Yes.
Stefan.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeffrey,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes?
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, moving on, that passed on suspension. And emergencies on suspension. Moving on, Section H, second reading of ordinances and resolutions. Resolution number 019-19, a resolution authorizing contracts with the townships of Napoleon, Harrison, Freedom, and the Village of Florida, and the Henry County South Joint Ambulance District for fire services and our emergency medical services commencing April 1, 2019, and declaring it an emergency. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Joel?
thank you. Nothing new to report, other than just to reiterate that the meeting in late February went well with the different jurisdictions, and requesting second read.
Okay.
Just since it's already April 1st, do you care if we go for suspension?
Oh, it helps move things along.
I make a motion for suspension then.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll on the suspension.
Travis,
Yes.
Stefan.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Call the roll on the resolution.
Travis,
Yes.
Stefan.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeffrey.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, item number 2, an ordinance appointing the city finance director for the city of Napoleon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Mayor?
Since we're suspending a lot of rules tonight, I think it'd be very generous of us to suspend this as well and let Mr. Seaman know he's absolutely wanted. here in the city of Napoleon and not wait one more read.
I'll move suspension.
I'll second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll on suspension.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes?
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, call the roll on the ordinance.
Travis,
Yes.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, that has passed on emergency and with suspension, so that is also completed. Third readings, there are none of the third readings tonight. Item J, good of the city, discussion action on the Shank Properties LLC CRA agreement. Mr. City Manager.
Thank you. Okay, so today Jade Shank is here. He's owner of Shank Properties and CNC Fabrication and has a couple of other businesses. His property is on Freedom Drive. Actually, I think your address is on Road R, across the street from Custom Ag. But he bought the property across from the light building next door to NRG Recycling. Have been talking with Mr. Shank for some time now, and one of the items in here, this is for a CRA agreement. We received an application from him, or I received an application, or he sent it to the CIC possibly, and we couldn't advance it right away. And the reason is because he was still trying to close on the property. So earlier tonight, we had a special planning commission meeting to approve of the final plat for approve of the final plat of the property that he's trying to purchase. And the preliminary plat hearing was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. We had a special planning commission meeting so that council could see the see this project tonight, to shave off a couple of weeks for Mr. Shank to get started on his project. But it took a while for a lot of these items to line up. So not just with the city and the planning commission, but with his lenders and some other people that are involved in this process. Excuse me. So, in anticipation of everything, we held the CRA application. Once the preliminary plat was approved, it went over to the school district, both school districts, where they both saw the CRA application and approved it. The CRA application is requesting a 100% tax abatement for 10 years with a 25% payment in lieu of taxes agreement attached to it. So just to give you an idea of what that looks like, these are all estimates, but based on the values that are first let me start with the amount of the project. We're looking at a $2.3 million investment in property, building, and machinery and equipment. It's about right now you have it pinned at about a 60,000 square foot building, but it's about a almost 70,000 square foot building, and an existing 7,500 square foot building attached. And you're looking at hiring approximately, right now you're committing to 10 full-time permanent jobs, but you're likely to hit that's more of a conservative approach. I think you'll wind up exceeding 20
Yeah, we'll be
jobs.
exceeding 20 by the end of the year.
So bringing in a payroll of about $790,000 just for the 10, but we'll likely see more than that if you have 20, you know, think about it, just double that. It's in CRA number 7. It's a post-1994 CRA area. And just like with all the other CRA agreements, it has to go through the TIRC. And again, here's the pilot agreement. And these amounts go to the different entities. So Napoleon Area School District, 4 County Career Center, and the NIEDF fund. Other than that, Jade, do you want to say anything to council about your project, or?
Well, we've been in the old safety group and grinding building for about 4 years now. And moving up to Henry County, we're all Liberty. We've grown from about 30 up to about 88 employees at the moment in our forward companies. With buying lights, putting up the new 70,000 square foot of manufacturing, we're running about 28 employees under CNC fabrication at the moment. And like I say, by end of year, hopefully grow another 20 on top of that. You know, I see a good need for a good, I guess a good future for me to grow that area right there. It's a good location. I'm young and dumb enough to make it happen. I'm not a drive yet, and got future plans to keep expanding. And you know, we're happy to be in Henry County, and we got a lot of good people. We get a lot of good people to come in and work for us, and we get them to stay. You know, they're happy to work for a good family company, and you know, we actually care about them. And you know, we've got guys that have been here since I've started up. So. You know, and that's kind of a problem when they all take vacation, because we got so many guys that have been here forever that kind of puts us on a damper. But it's good, you know, and I appreciate, you know, city manager and a lot of other people have been doing a lot of stuff. So, good place to be.
It is. So what we're requesting today is for council to direct the law director to draft legislation to enter into this agreement. And I will note that we'll be requesting suspension on this one too, because of the timing of the project. I believe that you're taking delivery of your building sometime here very soon, which means you'll be starting construction very soon. It's different than residential properties. Residential properties can actually, without getting into the nuances of the CRAs, can actually start early. But in commercial and industrial projects, there are stipulations on not being able to start early on projects before the agreements are approved. So hence the request to suspend the rules on the legislation.
So for tonight, you're just looking to draft the legislation?
Correct.
Yep. Okay, do I have a motion to draft such legislation?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, you got that? Okay, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Justine,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay. And then 2, I think, is tied in with this. Review of PC 1905, final plat of the subdivision for the Shank Plat, Plat 1. That sound right?
Yep, that's it.
Is that right?
Shank
is.
subdivision, plat 1. Pardon me. So the planning commission met earlier
Right.
this evening and approved of the final plat for, and this kind of just gives the outline of what the plat looks like. This acreage here, roughly 7 acres, is still owned by Ed and Mary Heffel.
Not part of the process.
This is American Road, and this is Oakwood. This is the new parcel here that Mr. Shank is looking to close on here once if this is approved. Total of almost 6 acres, 5.6 acres. And then this parcel next to it is where NRNG will operate. If you can see these dashed lines, I'll try to zoom in a little more so you can see it a little better. These dashed lines are the old property lines, and this was the existing property line. And but this was a separate parcel here, and this was its own parcel. So it was kind of what you call that? Kind of a finger-shaped parcel that they're now splitting so that Don Williams can sell these 2 portions right here to Mr. Shank, and then Don Williams, the owner of NRNG Recycling, will continue to operate his facility with the new conditional use permit issued on the property from the Planning Commission a few weeks back for this 7 acres here. But it also has stipulations that he has deadlines and will have to meet these deadlines for putting in an earthen berm and a tree line around the property. So no, he didn't, and we talked about this at the Planning Commission meeting, but he didn't have didn't meet the conditions of the old permit, let's say. And he was made very aware, and Mayor, I don't know if you want to speak on this at all, but he was made very aware that he was not in compliance with the old conditions, and the Planning Commission put a new conditions with deadlines on the property, so for NRNG Recycling. So as a member of the Planning Commission, I don't know if you had anything you wanted to say, or if you want to proceed with approval.
This one's good.
Okay.
So your recommendation at this point is?
To approve the plat.
Okay, do I have a motion to do such?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff M.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, I'll see if I can tongue-tie my way through item number 3 here. Review of PC 19-06, final plat of subdivision for the North Point, plat number 5.
So the Planning Commission met again tonight, and this was the other issue that we did, as you recall, from almost 2 weeks ago, when the Planning Commission met. The I see their faces. Martin. The Martins have 3 parcels. They're going to make into one big parcel, and they're going to move their ag rental dealership from Gerald to this big piece. It goes from 1.5 acres to over 11 acres. It's basically just to the east of the existing veterinary clinic is kind of where it starts in at. So there was a piece they acquired from Mr. Heffel to make that all good, and that was approved tonight during the Planning Commission meeting on a final.
So we need a motion for
Approval, please.
approval. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff M.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on to item number 4, discussion action. TIRC recommendation by the Housing Council. Joe, is that you?
Sure.
Can you attempt that?
Yes.
Okay.
The Housing Council met today discussing the TIRC recommendations. The Housing Council made one adjustment to what was recommended to TIRC. TIRC is not going to recommend the CRA agreement still with Napoleon 1 due to the business not submitting proper documentation in the correct time. However, since then, since the meeting the TIRC had, that company has reached out to us, explained some medical and different reasons why they didn't get what was what they needed to, required by them. They did submit the proper form. We do have that, and the housing committee or council decided that we would recommend going forward with the CRA agreement for that Napoleon 1.
Okay, so we need a motion then?
Joel, do you want to add the other three that are on there and lump them all together? And
Oh, yeah, so all of the so that's for Napoleon 1. The other three are in compliance. MWA, which is the Petro Station, Kester Corporation, and which is Kester Corporation, and Ventures in Space, which is the spec building. So all four of them, we're seeking motion to approve all of the to continue the CRA agreements with all four entities.
Lori, you have anything to add?
I was in agreement with all of it.
Okay, is there a motion?
So moved.
second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis.
Yes.
Jeff M.
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Lori.
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, item number 5, discussion or action awarding the contract for the Raymond Street improvements. Mr. City Manager.
Pardon me, I'm just trying to pull up the Chad's memo, but we've got the Raymond Street bids back, and we're looking to award a contract to, Chad, is it Ward Construction?
Yes.
So the lowest bid came in from Ward Construction. Here it is right here. So let me zoom in. These are the bids that we received. This is just for the small section of Raymond Street where the road is actually going to be extended to accommodate the senior housing, senior living center that's starting construction in the spring, I believe.
This month, probably.
This month. So just seeking approval to move forward. Oh, the budgeted amount was $170,000, so low bid came in at $156,500.
Comments, questions?
Have we used this company before that came in with low bid
Yes, we have.
and happy with them in the
Yes.
past? Good.
Okay, can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roxanne?
Travis.
Yes.
Jeff M.
Yes.
Ken.
Yes.
Lori.
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item number 6, discussion action, tentative award for the Williams Pumping Station Replacement Project pending DEFA approval. Joel?
Thank you. So we received bids again. We got 2 bids back for the Williams Pumping Station Replacement Project. The low bidder was Vernon Nagel at $1.258 million. The project engineer's estimate was $1.5 million. And we're seeking an approval of a tentative award pending DEFA's approval of this project. So we have to get council's approval first, but it's a tentative approval, and then they turn around and give their approval because we're using DEFA funding for the project. So the wording is correct. We're using DEFA wording.
Okay.
This is the one on the north side that's moving from the trailer court in 24 to closer to the Knights Inn, is that correct?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, item number 7, discussion action, award professional design contract for the Lynn Avenue improvement to Jones and Henry Engineering Ltd. Joel?
Pardon me. So, Chad went through the quality-based selection process. The 7 firms you see listed submitted. And having reviewing the qualifications through negotiations, we're recommending that we award a contract to Jones and Henry Engineers for $67,500 to design this project. Did I cover everything you needed?
This is the design phase. Construction is looking maybe 2020, right?
Yeah.
Phase 1, I would probably do it as 2 separate projects, each side of one.
Okay. Any other comments, questions? Okay, can we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have the motion and the second. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay. Item number 8, discussion action, Park Street Phase 3 project. Joel?
Thank you. As on the memo in the packet, we're looking to postpone this project. We had applied for an OPWC grant. We're not awarded at that time in the spring. So we are looking to reapply in the fall, in October, because what this will get us is an additional potentially $300,000 to $500,000 in grant funding. So this would just delay the project a little further. And number one, what it'll do is we'll be eligible for more grant funds potentially, and there's no guarantee on those. But number two, it's at the timing of when we would bid this project, we should receive more favorable bids, just given the time of year. So hopefully, if everything works out, we'll get a little more grant money, and the time of year at which we bid should get better pricing.
Okay.
What was the reason for not being awarded the first time?
It's a good question. What was the reason why we were not awarded?
Chad,
I was told that our application, when they received it, they'd already expended all the grant funds. So they asked us to reapply in the fall.
And this was through Maumee Valley Planning?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, residential public infrastructure grant.
Do we know the deadline for this grant application?
October, I don't know the date, excuse me, I was just told the month of October. So we already have it prepared. In fact, technically it's already submitted.
Okay. So we'll be resubmitting the same one we did, just,
Yes, I just didn't want to tell them to proceed unless council okayed delaying the project. If you're okay with it, I'll send letters to the affected residents this week. But I didn't want to do that without your approval.
okay.
okay, do I have a motion to approve the delay of this project, I guess is what we're looking for?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, item number 9, discussion action, annual wellness checks. Joel?
Okay, thank you. Laney, when was the last time the Healthcare Cost Committee met? Do you recall? I knew, I knew I'd stump you. The last time we had met, the Healthcare Cost Committee approved of moving forward with the basically the wellness programs in the wellness program that City Council adopted last year. Part of it is that if 65% of the employees and their spouses that are on the plan get wellness checks, we get a 0.5% reduction in our healthcare premium. And if 75% of employees and spouses that are on the plan get wellness checks, we get a 1% reduction. So last year we started this program. It was just for employees, and we got a 99% participation. There was only one employee that didn't get a wellness check, and as a result, when we go up for renewal at the end of the year, we'll see a 1% reduction in our insurance premiums. So this was again approved by the Healthcare Cost Committee, and you know, I think that the health, and just so everybody just recall that the Healthcare Cost Committee is comprised of employees from all 3 bargaining units and non-bargaining employees. So it's a good striation of the employees, and the healthcare benefits were taken out of the contracts, and they're not negotiated in the union contracts anymore. They're handled through the Healthcare Cost Committee. It's an effective way to manage healthcare costs, because everybody's in it to save money and not have so much in cost. So I think the employment base recognizes that having wellness checks done saves money for everybody, not just the city and not just the employees, but everybody in the long run. So, which is why they approved it. And then we took it to the Safety and Human Resources Committee on March 25th, and the committee approved the adding of a $50 surcharge to the employees' health insurance premium. The only difference from this compared to last year is that the spouses that are on the city's plan also have to get wellness checks. So in order to not get the surcharge added to the insurance premium. So Mr. Chairman of the Safety and Human Resources Committee, do you have anything? I don't know if anybody has any questions.
So you're just basically looking for approval of councils for a motion, right?
Well,
No?
I believe we would need to direct the law director to draft legislation, and in the committee we had discussed just doing it for a 1-year.
1-year time for that
One-year
$50 surcharge.
Correct.
So a motion to direct the law director to draft that legislation.
Correct.
First of all, is there any additional discussion?
Yes, Mr. President Pro Tem. This is what I predicted would happen when we talked about that in last year's budget cycle. Now we're penalizing people if they don't go do stuff on there. So now you're requiring them to go have a health insurance or a health check on their own time, or have to take vacation time to do that. So you're mandating what the employee has to do with either his leave or their time off. And so you're penalizing somebody for not using that benefit. I think this is ridiculous, and that's all I gotta say.
Okay. Additional comments? Okay, would there be a motion?
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for, the motion is to request the law director to prepare legislation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Roxanne, you got that? Okay, call the roll.
Travis,
Hell no.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Glad I don't work here.
Okay. Move on to item number 10, discussion action, first quarter budget adjustments. Madam Finance Director?
Yes, we have a few that we have. Did everybody take a look at them, or would you like me to go through them? Or if you have any questions in regards to them?
All looked at them.
I don't have any questions. Mr. Mayor, anything?
Okay.
So do I have a motion to direct the law director to draft legislation? I'm getting the hang of this.
Yeah, you're getting
Draft legislation for such.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis.
Yes.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay. And this next item, item number 11, I know Councilman Commodore was looking for this one. I think discussion of actions of ODOT road salt contract.
That's, yep. So, just as you predicted,
It's that time
I
of the
think it was
year.
the very next day after that Tuesday, right after the council meeting, we got the notice from ODOT that the salt contract is up, so the bulk purchasing contract is up. They need legislation, so requesting that council direct law director to draft legislation to enter into a contract with ODOT.
Okay, is there a motion to direct the law director to draft such legislation for salt?
Do you have that already drafted up?
Yeah, oh yeah. We had that ready months ago. It's
You
a
still-
yearly thing.
You still need the motion.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, definitely. I need to be directed to draft it and then bring it, but yeah.
Is that a motion, Ken?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, Ken motioned and Jeff C. second. Call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff Bell.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, and number 12, discussion action, acceptance of donations to the K-9 program.
We received a donation from the police officers, Napoleon Police Officers Association for $2,000 for the K-9 unit.
Nice.
Okay. We need to thank them. Nothing else needed there at that time except to thank you?
Oh, we need a
Motion to
Oh, we still have to do the motion to accept? Okay, motion to accept that.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff Bell,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
Where are we sitting with that fund? Do we have any idea?
I can check and get back with you on
Sure.
that.
That'd be
I
pretty.
think we,
Do you think we're getting close?
We're close, we're close.
14.
Yeah.
Well, I think
14,000.
Okay.
we're at, with this, I think we're at 14,600.
Okay.
Okay, I don't remember where I started last time, but we'll start with Joel.
Thank you. One moment, please, while I pull this up. I'm going to request that council direct the law director to draft legislation to update the parking schedules for the downtown Phase 2 project. As a result of that, after the project wrapped up and the snow melted, we had a chance to take a look at, Chad did, and Aaron and staff had to take a look at the parking situation. So we just need to update the parking schedule that's outlined in the ordinance.
Do I have a motion?
I have a question. You
Go ahead,
gotta
sir.
bring it to the table first, don't you? Why didn't this get on the agenda?
Well,
It was provided to me at 3 o'clock on Friday.
So is there a reason we have to do it now? We can't push it back 2 weeks and then bring it?
It could just cause a problem if someone's written a ticket.
Is that a problem?
I'd like to make the motion that we direct the law director to draft the legislation.
Okay, is there a second?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roxanne?
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff M.
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C.
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
and that's all I have.
Okay.
No executive session?
Is it on the agenda?
I don't know, I didn't see anything. I just was making sure.
Economic development, there's one.
Yeah, there's one on there for,
Are you requesting such, sir?
nope, it's on there.
Okay. Billy?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Ken?
No, I'm quiet.
Oh, okay. Jeff?
No, sir.
Travis?
I'm just excited for this executive session on economic development. I have nothing else.
Mr. Mayor?
Chris, we thank the tax department for their special hours next week, so we appreciate that. And that's a lot of time for them next week and then Saturday too. So hopefully a lot of people in and shorten the line in 2 weeks on Monday, so,
Let's hope.
yeah. Are we working on a plan for Ken's first day and his first week? So he has kind of an idea of kind of what we want him to see and what I know the first day, I know he's gonna go to a lot of the different financial institutions and do lots of signing and those kinds of things, but
Yeah.
after that, do we have kind of a plan for him? For who to introduce him to, who to see?
He's coming in sooner than that, on the 9th? Yeah, and attending staff meetings, so
Okay,
we can discuss that with him and see what he'd like to.
we coming in a little green, so we can help him
Yeah.
set up for success, that's always good, so. On Friday, the 29th, the applications were closed for the new CIC director. Quite a few names were submitted, and that group will meet at some point to review those and get on with the next step for the CIC director search. That's all I had, thank you.
Okay. Joe?
Nothing.
Have nothing.
Corners intersection of East Washington and Monroe Street. That's been bad for a couple of years. I think we probably need to do something with that. Right by the Henry County Bank, that intersection.
Yeah, okay,
Four-way stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Chuck holes.
Oh, okay.
But there was chuck holes last year. I thought that was gonna get taken care of. It didn't. And it's not on our agenda, but we probably ought to try to do something there. If we have to mill it and put a little top layer, if we got extra funds this year, but if not, we're gonna have to do some major patching.
That's on the east side of that intersection?
By the whole intersection, probably.
The whole intersection's bad. I travel that every day, and it's starting to dodge chuck holes.
Okay.
Also noticed coming in on southbound Scott Street, we're getting quite a few of them also. I was coming back from Waseon last night, and I was doing a little bit of dodging. It'd probably help us if we
On the
could
north
get
side of the on the north side of the,
all the way in. All the way in, there's chuck holes. If the weather would cooperate, we probably ought to get our vacuum patch out. Take care of that once it warms up. I'm just making a suggestion. I don't want to hit them and have people come to us and say, what are you going to do for me?
good, thanks.
Okay?
Yep.
Nothing for me.
I'm happy to say that the final budget book is complete. I apologize, took us a couple months to get this around. Does anybody want a copy of that? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, thank you.
Council President Pro Tem, can I have a mulligan? I'm sorry.
Yes, Mr. Law Director.
I'd like to ask for an executive session regarding security arrangements. I had originally planned to do this with Chief Mack. He's had an emergency, so he can't be here tonight, so was toying with the idea of just waiting for him to come back on the 15th, but I think some of this information needs to be shared now, so.
Okay. Okay, could I have a motion to go into executive session for economic development?
So moved.
Second.
I don't know who moved here.
Joe.
I did.
Joe and either Lori or Lori. Joe and Lori. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
And you call it security
Security arrangements?
arrangement. A motion to go into executive session for security arrangements.
So moved.
Joe and Jeff C. Lori, call the roll. Lori. Roxanne, call the roll.
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
New to me.
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Lori, you now have 2 seats for the evening.
You said it. Yeah. I know.
No, I don't have anything here
Yeah.
from that
Yeah.
committee.
Yeah.
I don't have anything for that.
For what?
Yeah.
A committee meeting. last week.
Resources.
Nope, I don't see anything.
You have something for us to sign, safety and human resources?
You saw the 2 checks.
Yeah.
For last week's meeting?
No, that's fine.
Okay,
He told me everything was clear, so this one,
I can print it if you want me to.
well,
I filled it out just so I could track it.
if you don't need it, I guess we don't need it.
Everybody back in? Okay.
That was that one, Jeff.
Huh?
That was that one.
Yeah.
Check marks. Got it.
Okay.
You want to sign it real quick?
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, she's only.
in our packet.
She's not there.
You printed it off?
Somebody printed it out.
Oh, okay. Hold on a minute.
Keep moving.
Who else wanted one of these?
One more. Are you getting one? I am.
I am too.
I need one more. There we go.
I brought
Thank
7,
you.
so did everybody get one then?
Okay, can I have a motion to come out of a motion to come out of executive session for economic development?
So moved.
Second?
Roxanne, call the roll. Oh, no action taken. Now call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, can I also have a motion to come out of executive session for security arrangements?
So moved.
Second.
Again, no action taken. Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to item L, approval and payment of bills and approved financial reports. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payments of bills and financial reports shall stand approved.
I'm good.
Okay, they are approved. Can we have a motion for adjournment?
So moved. Second?
Roxanne, call the roll.
Travis,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Jeff C,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes,
Joe.
Yes.
we stand adjourned.